Hello? What the hell? There's a bunch of people talking in the background.
That's disappointing.
All right.
Listen in, put on speaker.
Can we say that irrigation caused a change?
No.
Good girl. Why? How do you spell irrigation?
Because
Is it 2
probably.
R's, irrigation?
Yeah.
Can we say that irrigation caused?
Because
Good
this
change.
whole thing isn't about causation.
Right.
It's just about probability.
Causation, was it?
Right.
Association.
Associ-
Causation.
Right. We would have to set up what we called a controlled experiment. There's too many lurking variables in this to cause, say, causation. So the answer is no. What if every day that we studied this pineapple growth, it had beautiful weather? That,
Yeah.
you know, there's too many variables.
Or if you
So
lived in
you
Maryland,
can do a
you'd
study
wanna
that reduces the lurking variables, but this is not it. So the causation, All right. Okay, so that's day 5. Day 6 introduces a complication called matched pairs. You like matched pairs?
Not that again.
So H1, I never got
So we
the
are going to do a
rest of it,
study
so clean,
and
but-
see how to use a statistical
Yeah.
test in the middle of a study.
That H1 will not go
No.
to the check?
Yeah, it says that it will change. You're rejecting HO in favor of HA. That's the basically.
That's a lot of data. Whoa. I don't know if you're gonna need any of this MK, but there you go. That's the problem.
Okay.
Well, I'm so shaky. I love being shaky.
All right, pineapples, irrigation.
Good luck trying to get this
Put
on
these
one screen.
away.
Pause it.
All right.
There you go. I don't know if
All
you're gonna
right,
need
some
any of
people
this.
say
but-
caffeine helps with depression. So we're going to actually do
There you
a
go.
matched pair study, and we're going to do a statistical test with the data that comes out of it. So, would you read it for us, MD, about the caffeine dependence?
Researchers designed an experiment to study the effect of caffeine withdrawal. They recruited 11 volunteers who
All
were
right, note volunteers.
diagnosed as being caffeine dependent to serve as subjects. Each subject was barred from coffee, colas, and other substitutes with caffeine for a duration of the experiment. During one 2-day period, subjects took capsules containing their normal caffeine intake. During another 2-day period, they took placebo capsules. The order in which subjects took caffeine and placebo was randomized. At the end of each 2-day period, a test for depression was given to all 11 subjects. Researchers wanted to know whether being deprived of caffeine would lead to an increase in depression. That's like really. That's like this experiment's a real stretch.
Yeah.
Depression, they probably gave them a test and just said, rank your mood.
When I was a child, I was a part of some sort of testing, and I want to know what it was for applesauce flavors, and I want to know what the results of that experiment were.
You have to look them up.
I think I got paid to do it,
What do you think?
but I think my mom took it.
All right. Just in
Exploited
case
me.
we're near the 15-minute mark, I don't think we are, but just.
We only
this
have
will-
5 minutes left in class.
You know,
Do
I
you
think
want
we
me-
can fit another 5 in.
I think we can.
All right.
I actually don't know.
All right.
Good
So
luck.
when you have matched pairs, recall that you have to administer the treatment randomly. So you don't know if you're getting the placebo first or the caffeine pill first. So when you have the 2 days with caffeine and then the 2 days with placebo, they're probably suspecting that your depression will be greater. And they see these are people that are already addicted to caffeine. So if they go off of for 2 days, we're expecting their questionnaire to reflect depression. So I don't know what kind of questions they ask for that, but they'll say, I don't know, rank your interest in life today. I don't know. What's
so
it?
vague.
It
You
is.
could just say whatever you wanted.
Right, it is. All right, so we are going to look at this. Is the only main difference on these is the mean null hypothesis is going to be a difference because you've got 2 scores going. So the mean is a difference. And so we're going to say the mean difference of the two scores is 0, which means there's no difference, or the mean score is greater than 0, which means there is a difference. So let's define in which direction the difference is. So we'll say difference is going to be, which one was higher? Placebo minus caffeine. All right, so we're going to take the score of the placebo. So I'll say score placebo minus score caffeine. So you can define it any way, but we got to stick with one way or the other. So here, when you mention mean difference, you got to tell me. You got to define the difference to tell me whether you're talking about placebo minus caffeine or caffeine minus placebo. It doesn't matter which way you do it. All right, so this is paired data, and each subject receives the two treatments in a random order, which they do not know. All right, so did they mention the word random? Did you notice?
No, yeah, they said random with like the fact that the two tests were
All right,
random.
at least that part was random.
At
They
least.
did not pick the people randomly, so that affects how broad we can use our conclusion. Independence?
Hopefully there's more than 22 people.
Right, so 11 subjects though, right? 11 times 10,
Yeah.
110.
I mean, not one. I did times 2.
Okay, so wait a minute. All right, times 10. And normal, what can we say about that?
Wait, what? How is it random?
I guess we have to look at the data. Since it's getting late, we'll put the data in tomorrow. So normal, I'm not so sure. So we have to look at the data and see. All right. So while I look up our homework for today, I want you to calculate the difference. I need that difference. So you kind of make another column, like a fourth column, and you want placebo minus caffeine. So in subject 1, the difference is going to be 11. See where I'm getting that?
Mm-hmm.
So would you calculate differences down that row or down that column while I look up your reading and assignment?
Good practice for Pi Day.
You have to do that kind of thing? Just math? You
Well,
mean?
just like basic math because we're not allowed to use calculators.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Bam. Still got it.
All right. So you're going to read about paired
Do you want your
data,
planner?
page 577.
And it's gonna be crooked. Sorry, we had our planners holding it up.
Read paired data. So you'll be reading a little bit ahead of me about this experiment. So they actually have the data there for us, so we don't probably have to put it in. So I'll let you read about paired data to 581. It's a quick read. All right, so you're reading about matched pairs, paired data, and the assignment. We haven't really had a whole lot from this section yet. So they suggest 75, but I want to check it out. Yeah, 75 is good, and 77. 75 and 77. That's all I want for the problems.
Okay.
All right, so did MK see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, MK.
Bye.
We
There's
missed
the
you.
Thank you.
Come back soon.
See you on Monday.
Bye.